As a manager, you need to know the right things to say at the right moments to get a positive reaction. So the truth doesn't matter, results matter. There isn't a new manager bounce for guys like this. Just how bad the squad is.
Their new manager bounce lasted 2 minutes when they scored first against Ipswich, and then
against Ipswich.
And then Amorim was going to come out and say, "Oh, this is the worst United team in the history."
Is he right or wrong to say that? Is that good or bad press conference discourse from a manager?
I think it. You know what? The answer lies both ways, because let's be honest, this United squad has been one of the worst.
Yes,
it's up there
but should you say that in public, and what kind of effect will that have on the team moving forward? Because the thing about it, so if you come out and say this is the worst United side ever, and you go back into training, your players will be like, "Oh, so our manager thinks we are part of the worst group in this club's history."
I think again, I'm gonna say like this: it's one of the worst sides. I'm not saying the worst, because the worst team was the one that got
Elijah, since I've been watching football since 92, 93. This is the worst United team I've ever seen. So maybe there was something worse before 1990. So since the early 90s, this is the worst United I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm saying I appreciate his honesty, because bro, these niggas suck. I'm sorry, but at the same time, if I'm a player, bro, I don't want my coach to really say that, because in a way that dampens my confidence.
Just stop sucking.
Of course.
SK, do you play Football Manager?
No.
Okay, so basically, if you play Football Manager or Championship Manager, like, there's a thing where you can like.
Are you talking about like the morale or something?
Yeah. No. Because there's an option where you can like criticize a player, and you can criticize a player either in public or private, and based on the player's personality, it could have either a positive or adverse effects if you criticize publicly or privately, or you praise him publicly or privately. So
I argue that he knows most of the players are leaving, though. But so how big of
but not everyone is leaving. Some people are still going to be there, and you're what? Is it 8 or 7 points from relegation? So my thing though is, how many players could be adversely affected? Because SK, of course, what he's saying is right, and you're right. Be better. But SK, all that matters is those players play well on the pitch. So as a manager, you need to know the right things to say at the right moments to get a positive reaction. So the truth doesn't matter, results matter. So if telling a lie means that you will get players to play better, then you lie your ass off. So the question is,
but that's what Ten Hag did for 2 years, and that's one of the worst managers that they've ever had.
No. So basically, my thing is, you know what, guys, we don't know. So maybe in the next game, this guy starts playing out of the skin and saying what's up. So basically, the bottom line is, I don't know what kind of effect it is, but the reality is, there are some people, because human beings are human beings, and human beings react to criticism in a different way. There are some that will take that and it could have an adverse effect. There's some who will be like, all right, okay, you're gonna show me? No, I'm gonna show that I'm really amazing. Different strokes for different folks. So it's different players react differently. So okay, let's defend Amorim this way. Those players that don't take issue with what he says and react properly, those are players I want in my team.
You're going to find out who is willing to commit to the cause of wanting to turn your club franchise program around. And you're going to also find out who does not give a damn.
Yes.
They're just there for the money. So in a professional setting,
no, but that's
you should you should know. You're gonna find out who cares, who wants to turn this around, and who is just there for the money.
No, because I think it's like, this is the tax that Mourinho always did. Because again, I actually like to use two, Mourinho and Ancelotti. Ancelotti has a more football approach. So which is why so many players say that their favorite manager is Ancelotti, because Ancelotti, he will talk to you. He's an amazing man manager, and he will never publicly criticize a player ever. He'll always come to you first and do it in private, because he always wants a harmonious surrounding. Mourinho is going to criticize you in public. He will shame you in public. But Mourinho wants a strong reaction from you, because what Mourinho wants are strong characters. And he wants, and because a strong character is somebody who you're going to, if you insult me in public and you test me, I'm going to react. I'm going to be angry and pissed off. I'm going to take my anger into positive quality performances on the pitch. And that's what someone like Mourinho wants. So maybe from Amorim is like, I'm going to call you guys crap and garbage in public. I'm going to embarrass you in public and say, you as a group, you are the worst ever in history. And so that's coming from the manager who has seen you every day in training. So then again, it's like, how do you respond? So because if your response is, I'm going to sulk, I'm not going to give an effort, it doesn't believe in me. Oh, bro, then you're a loser. But if you have a strong character and if you're a real man, you're like, Elijah, facts are facts. You
Yes.
have been playing badly. You have been trash. You have been
Exactly.
garbage. You are playing well below your standards. So
Exactly.
either you're going to be like, it's time to really show ourselves and do better and actually react, or you're just going to be like, oh, how did they do this to me? And which is why he had issues with Rashford. You see, just very quickly, I'm about to. It's like the thing with Rashford is Rashford has always used that academy tax to protect him.
Yes.
Because Rashford is like, look, I'm from Manchester, I'm from the academy. The fans will always be on my side. So I will always win out over the manager, because these fans, they will always choose one of our own over some manager who has just come here for a pit stop and is about to leave. So no manager is ever really a Fergie who really has proper skin in the game. So Rashford has always used that. So what Amorim is like, no. You can't use us as your shield, and you can't just waltz around and just be like, yeah, I'm always going to be favored. So this really is really sifting those guys who are just hanging on, those guys who are just taking things for granted, and the guys who they're really ready to now see what's up and really ready to put in a graft. And you're not taking being a United player who is on hundreds of thousands and not taking that for granted. Do you blame the recruitment or do you blame handling? It's like,
I'll tell you how we got here.
how do you get to a point where I am agreeing with you in terms of an entire squad needs to be removed? How the hell did we get here?
This problem started all the way back in 2021. So right, they finished second. Right, they finished second with Oli. They got out. They got Sancho. They got old ass Ronaldo, and the thought process was like, oh, like if they finish second, they should be able to build upon that, and at least try to challenge for the title there. That was like the thought process, right? So obviously,
Anthony's gone. Anthony's gone, by the way. He's gone.
Oh, he's
I'll truly miss him and his Beyblades. But so yeah, so then you get to that season happens, and obviously they finish 8th, and they actually decide, okay, we actually need a proper sporting director. So who do they bring in? They bring in the Wolf, and he literally outlines what they need to do to change the squad. And what do? They got rid of him for that Baldy from Ajax.
Yeah.
And then they spent 700 mil on that Baldy from Ajax's players, who turned out to be crap. And then now they got rid of the Baldy, and now they just have a whole bunch of players on their books. Because how much did they spend when Ten Hag was there? Like, was it like
400 million.
400?
400 million.
400.
So they spent 400 million on this guy, players that this guy wanted. They're crap, and now they're stuck with them because they can't move them on because they're making way too much money. And then now you pretty much kidnapped this Portuguese guy, and you're trying to have him work miracles with Deadwood. So there's never any concrete plan with these guys. They just go from one thing to the other, and they think because they're Manchester United, they could just like quickly solve their problems, and it's caught up to them. Because even for as bad as they've been post Fergie, 2014 till like 2021 was not this bad, bro. It wasn't this bad.
Can I speak on Manu?
Oh, Kenny, please go for it, man.
Can I speak after Kenny?
The lucky I'm not on my other phone because Onana goes play today.
Oh no! This was the perfect one. Is it Auntie Onana? The Auntie Onana where he's wearing the thingy in the.
I had another one there, but he's lucky my other phone. But on Manu, man, like I said, it's beautiful, and the thing is that's so funny is, first of all, in the summer I remember Manu fan was getting giddy. oh, we had the best summer. All these players coming in.
I remember that.
League.
I remember that.
So
Wow.
Messi went on
you know
loan
this
for
is
it.
Chat, one Messi, man.
Yeah,
Chat, one
Shaman-
Messi.
yeah, Shaman-
Wait. That is because Kenny. Thank you for reminding me. That's literally why Samasi went on loan because
yes,
people
yes.
said United won the summer based on their
Oh, yeah.
transfers.
Yeah, the league, Ugarte, Euro. I'm gonna give him his time, but boy, he was getting cooked by that Suleimana
Sulemana,
against
yeah,
Southampton.
oh god, bro.
Getting fried. But we'll give him time. He's still young. But I was told they had some great summer and all that stuff. And then now you're looking at a team, 13th. First of all, we could blame Ten Hag as bad as these players are, but I'm not gonna lie, Amorim, you don't even get new manager bounce. At least
Bro,
get
it
me
was
some
one
new
match
manager
against
bounce.
City.
Well, could you argue the FA Cup is a technical new manager bounce?
No, the new manager
No,
bounce
no.
is 4-0 against Everton.
Actually, no. If I say new manager bounce is like your first three games, you do
Yeah,
well. That's the
your
manager
first
bounce.
your first at least your first
No,
two,
but
3
Kenny,
weeks.
that's how bad this teams were. Like this team doesn't. There isn't a new manager bounce for guys like this. Just how bad the squad is.
The new manager bounce lasted 2 minutes when they scored first against Ipswich, and then
Against Ipswich. But and that's the thing is like the players, like some of them players, as bad as they're really bad players. But like, I'm looking at some of their games, the way they're performing. I'm like, as bad as them players are, like I'm looking at them like against Southampton, they're better than you. Against Wolves, you're getting dominated out. And most of these games they're at home as well. It's not as if like you're playing they're at home. Like you keep getting dominated. For me, the manager is persisting on playing like this Dalo at left full back and then like Mazraoui. Like that stuff is not working. Like this stuff is clearly not working. Like I know you have a set plan in your head, but as of now, I don't know. You may need to change it because like the formation, you clearly don't have the players for it, and like the cheap and like you have 2 strikers they're not strikers. You basically have like your midfield, like none of the midfielders. I'm sorry, Ugarte is not good enough. Maino, you had the Nasio last season. You had a decent season, but this season, I'm sorry, it's not. He's having a down year. And then your fullbacks, especially when you're playing 3 at the back, like wing backs are very important. And Dalo and Mazraoui, I'm sorry, they're not wing. Like Mazraoui is not even a wing back. The guy's like a fullback / he's decent going forward, but it's not even, like that's not him. And keep playing Dalo at left wing back. He cooked. He cooked Trent one game. It was nice. Since then, it's been garbage.
Kenny, you know what's crazy?
But Dalo has always been such a big.
Kenny, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Kenny? This is they've won one game in all competitions for an entire month, and this is the second time this season the squad's done
that. And that's what I'm saying is like the team is garbage. Obviously, they need the whole reboot, but as of now, like you can clearly see, like you said in Anthony, you're gonna struggle to get rid of some of these players. Like Rashford, as much as you want to get the guy is on heavy, big salaries. I don't know how you're going to.
He's not going to give all that more money up.
Yeah, he's not going to give all that money away. Like the Maguire, and even some of these new signings that are supposed to be it right now. Like the league has been a flop. It's been garbage.
The league is a flop.
No, bro. He was playing handball and at the Euros
bro.
before.
I still hate that guy for it.
No, but my thing is about. I mean, we can't give an assessment on Mount's injuries. Even if I think that's a dumb transfer to make, knowing how mid Mount is, but we can't assess him because he's just been unlucky with injuries.
But we still thank them for their contribution.
Yes, a lot. We thank them a lot.
And that thing is because I can blame Ten Hag for like the past summers, but this summer is like that was a new summer. Ten Hag is just a coach. It was the new people there making the signings. You're the only guy that's performed at a decent level of all the signings is probably Mazraoui.
Yeah,
that's it. The rest of them, they've been poor.
Ugarte's been okay. Ugarte's been okay.
Ugarte, he's had some good games against like the big teams.
Exactly.
And that's the thing with the Ugarte for me is like when you're playing against these when you're playing at home against Southampton, Wolves, like Ugarte is a guy that when you're under pressure, he can run around a bit. He's a good tackler and all that stuff. But when now you need to be on the ball in possession, like Ugarte, that's not his game, and that's why he failed at PSG mainly, especially. Like that's not his game.
Yeah, Kenny, like I said, he has the touch of a YN, bro.
Okay, let's very briefly.
Ineos have effed up. They're United are beyond help. They will never. I genuinely believe, as long as they have this Ineos Glazer partnership or either or, they will never win anything major in their history or until eternity or the end of the world. I genuinely believe so.
So you're saying until the machines take over the human race, United will never win a major league.
No, get rid of the
until
owners.
Ineos is around.
Under this ownership, they will never win anything. They will never win anything major. The UCL and Premier League, never, no chance.
So do you think it's a mistake to hire Amorim, or just a mistake to hire Amorim in the middle of the season?
Mistake to hire him middle of the season.
Yeah,
maybe I would. I think someone posed some questions. When was the last time a back five won the league or won something major in a Premier League team? Was it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it one of the Chelsea sides? Was it Ancelotti?
Chelsea 2017.
2017.
Wasn't it Tuchel?
Yeah, Tuchel won the Champions League technically.
That's true. He did win the Champions League.
But the thing was with Amorim, he's still young. He's 37. He's still got a lot of time to grow as a manager. But I think he's an idiot to choose this job. You know what United is. You have a great sporting project at Sporting. No pun intended. I don't understand why you've walked away from that project whatsoever. He's put. Let's be honest. He's putting his reputation on the line right now, and his reputation is already going down the gutter because of this cesspit.
No. Because you see, honestly, what I've always said was like, I admire someone who bets on himself. What I've always said is, you're as you said, you're a young manager, and I don't think he realizes just how big of a problem United is.
Abdallah raised a good point. Like, what's the ambition? What's the why? Why do players want to come to United still? Like, what's the ambition?
It's only money. Let's be honest. It's only
no, money. Like
money. No,
bro. Do you know how much Casemiro is earning just to sit on the bench?
They're not going to win the Champions League. They're not going to win the Premier League anytime soon. Are you going to come for the King Charlie Cup? Or the Europa League, or the
no, because you're like, do you think Lisandro Martinez cares about? Oh my gosh, look how bad we're doing. All he knows is that, bro, let's just stay in the league. But I am making way more money than I would have made anyway before. So he's just thinking of just like, man, my family is good, my friends are good, and I am financially good.
When they signed him, when they in the Champions League, I think they won the Champions League that season.
Yeah, last year when they
and also like guys, we all said this with Casemiro. United thought that they were getting Casemiro because United is still a big club on pull. But Casemiro was like, I have my UCLs, I have my La Ligas, I'm coming here to cash out. And Real Madrid rightfully and smartly knew that Casemiro was what.
They know what you're taking. Think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.